Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Wargaming.net League Gold Series Week 2, Day 2. My name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny.
Let's add as a 99.
And today we're going to be getting into some pretty nice best of nines, potentially, between the Coalition Singapore.
Yep, and ELONG.
Wow, another David versus Goliath.
Yep, and ELONG, they didn't, they are disqualified on the first week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Charlotte Tiger pretty lucky they got a free 1 point.
Yeah, basically. I mean, those guys, we remember in Season 2 of the Gold Series, those guys were on top of the game all the way across the board. Then later on today, we're going to have Front Mission going up against PvP Super Friends. But first, we're going to dive straight into the rules for tonight's competition. So here it is. There are only two types of team rosters available, basically tank loadouts, if you will. We like to call them the 5-8-7, which in this first scenario would be 5 Tier 8 tanks and 2 Tier 7 tanks that are allowed. The second one is something that we'd like to call the 6-8-6, which means 6 Tier 8 tanks and 1 Tier 6 tank on your team. There are no other compositions that would be allowed. No T1 Cunninghams, no Tier 4s, no Tier 5 Madness, or any silly stuff like that. And one match consists of 2 maps and a maximum of 8 battles. That's 4 to be played on each map, 2 on defense, 2 on offense for each team. In the event that we should see both teams attain 4 points, we will take things into a tiebreaker game, and the winner of the tiebreaker gets only 2 points as opposed to 3. Yeah. A lot of teams thought, as of Season 2, 3 points was just too much to give for winning a tiebreaker. Which is sometimes kind of luck. But now we're going to dive straight into the standings for this season. Gold first, and here we are. It's Team Efficiency. Undefeated. Coming back strong here. Showing their practice regimen, right?
But, I think they're really ready for the new season. Every time they got the map and...
Am I looking at this the wrong way? Horseman won.
No, Horseman's 1-1, I think.
Yeah,
so
yeah, they lost versus Charlotte Tiger the day before yesterday.
Yeah, but the second one should be the Charlotte Tiger, so...
Right. Okay, so they got mixed up just a little bit with day before yesterday's results.
Yep.
Front Mission, though, so showing some pretty strong performance. I mean, of course, they haven't...
Front Mission...
Are these outdated results, do you think?
No, I don't think they... Do they have any... I don't think they have any matchup until right now.
Oh, okay, maybe you're right. I mean, it sounds like they only played against Intense Honking, I believe, which is, or excuse me, Phoenix, which is One Blood and Intense Honking put together. Remember, and they won that, not too terribly definitively, but of course, it looked very strong in their performance. But here are the standings for Silver. Right now we've got Run with 3 wins, 0 losses. Aces still holding strong with 0 losses. PvP Missionary at 1 win, no loss. B Gaming at 1 win, no loss. LXG at 1 win, 1 loss. LOD dragging it at 2. Pacific Rim dragging it at 2 defeats respectively. And Gas Plus Night Eagles, our only Taiwanese team.
Yeah, they should, working harder. Since they are on the gold, I think they didn't get any point. But in the silver,
maybe,
they got more chance, but I think they have to work it harder,
All right, so here we go. We're going to have ELONG going up against...
the Singapore Coalition.
The Coalition Singapore.
Yep.
And, I mean, time and again, ELONG has shown us that they like to use the AMX 1390s more so than the RU251s, but they've got some real they've given this game some real process, as we can see that on the left side of your screen, they're going with the 6-8-6 composition, and on the right-hand side, we're going to be seeing a 5-8-7 composition with 3 RU251s, 2 M41 Bulldogs, and 2 AMX 1390s, right? First map of the day is going to be Prokhorovka. I'm getting sick of this map, Edison. How about you?
We saw this every day, but it's pretty fun map. I believe everything they believe they got more chance to win on this one. So that's why they choose this one.
I mean, yeah, it is a pretty straightforward map. And I think there's a lot of strategy that can go into thinking, okay, well, how am I going to battle it out against the enemy team on this one?
Yep.
And we certainly saw that come to life day before yesterday with Horseman versus Charlotte Tiger.
Charlotte Tiger, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Horseman just showed straight up, hey, guys, if you rush the center, we're going to rush the center, too, and we're going to kick your tails. Then Charlotte Tiger says, we're going to think a little bit more before we do that. Game number 4 they won.
Yep, yeah, I know that. Okay. Do you know that?
You can explain it to me in the commercial break. Right now, what happened is one of the guys typed out something a little bit inappropriate in Chinese on
Oh,
ELONG.
someone
We saw it.
disconnect?
Uh-oh. Roy disconnected. Roy disconnected. A disconnect has been called from the Singapore team.
Someone disconnected.
And the production crew is finally caught on. So, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to try and get this game restarted.
Okay.
Okay, so now we need to type out to these guys to tell them to leave the game. Edison, if you could just tell the players in the game right now to leave. None of them know. None of them know right now. I mean, no one knows what the referee's call is. We have to actually go ahead and tell them. So, Edison, if you could type that out to them, we'd be really happy. All right, so no one's perfect. I mean, like, it's a little bit interesting that we've got the coalition Singapore suffering a disconnect. I mean, Singapore has got to be one of the countries in the world with the strongest internet, but I believe if it's not first prize for Korea, it's usually second prize that gets them that award for, I guess you'd say, strongest internet in the world.
Okay.
But
okay, I think they all are leaving right now.
Yeah. On top of that, if I'm not mistaken, for the year 2013 or 2012, we actually had Hong Kong with the world's strongest internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you check the...
Check the stats on that.
Yep.
We could try that again, but I think we're going to have to do something else to stall for time. I mean, no one's perfect here. What do you think we should see in the way of strategy from both sides? There wasn't a single heavy tank in this game, was there?
Yeah, normally you choose so many light tank, that means you're gonna have much more rush strategy, and that means you got more confidence of your focus fire. But we do see the Singapore team, they rush on the Prokhorovka every times. I think on the fourth match, they rush.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's something kind of transparent. I mean, that's something that we've seen from ELONG time and again. From the very first game we ever saw ELONG play, we knew that they loved to rush. And, I mean, it was their seal-out strategy that they won their first match versus NVIDIA Aces.
Yeah, and I think the Charlotte Tiger is the same. If they choose all lighting, that means they're going to rush. But on the Tuesday's match, when the Charlotte Tiger versus the Horseman, they choose Horseman choose two T69, right? That's a mid tank, and after Charlotte Tiger rush and they lose that one, they choose a new strategy, and they know how to deal with the T69 there.
Right. They're showing that the game isn't all brawn; it's also brains.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like football: 40% physical, 80% mental. And yes, that doesn't make sense, guys, right? I know. I got the percents wrong.
No, not really.
All right, so everything's back, and production crew says go, go, go.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Here we are. Spawning to the south, we've got the coalition Singapore, and they have 3 RU-251s and 2 AMX-1390s and 2 M41 Bulldogs at 587 composition. And to the north, it's going to be ELONG. And they've got 4 AMX-1390s, 2 RU-251s, and a VK-2801, showing that they prefer the 686 composition.
Actually, on the South team, they got a little advantage on the short hill here. The geography type is somewhat different to North, so on the South team, if they know how to use the hill, it's not that easy to identify, but something they really know how to do that. That's why the ELONG team, they didn't go to the middle. If you're really familiar with that, you'll see that there is somewhat different.
Oh yeah, all the way. So far, no shots exchanged, no sides of the board taking any damage, but ELONG showing that they got a plan and they're not afraid to use it. This is looking pretty scary. I mean, they're going further and further north.
The ELONG is a defensive team. I think Singapore think they're gonna capture right now.
Yeah, and
Very soon,
Elong's
I
going
guess.
straight for the hill right now. It looks like Nightmare has just been spotted. I mean, he was previously spotted just a moment ago. So
yeah,
I'm wondering.
I just wonder why they go to the hilltop, because of your enemy gonna capture, so they have to leave the hill, and they cannot stand there.
All right, so that capture's been initiated. There's two tanks in there. Wait, one just hopped out. And we've got the coalition with a nice, what's the word I'm looking for? A nice ambush set up.
Yeah, but Elon gotta rush in through the middle.
Oh,
There is
man.
a big problem for the North part. If they can give in-high support to the middle, I really wonder about that.
They're going to take hits here, but the question is it going to be too terribly much? Once they dive in here, they should be able to take the fight since they all dive in at the same time. It's going to be 3 versus the entire team of Elong. Here we are already, the exchange of fire taking place.
Yep.
1055 on Reflection, 799 left on his hold, 997 left on Lost Baby, and 799 remaining on Reflection. The exchange of fire continues, but it looks like we've got Elong in possession of the higher hill. The rest of the coalition now coming up to join their ranks. So far, the exchange of fire has been more in favor of the coalition, just a little bit. Oh, wait, as I say that, Lacus takes, he's down to 483 out of 910 on his hull. Baby 3334 just diving in there. He's going to be drawing all kinds of fire. And now we've got the rest of the coalition joining his ranks and trying to help him. Missed shot on Elong, so close to him, excuse me. Missed shot on Fox TS is what I meant to say. But the first casualties of the game will be on the coalition. Reflection falls in the background. That's a 3-for-1 exchange, 4-for-1. It's going to be a 5 with we see Baby down to now 91 HP and being chased by GRB. No, it's going to be 2 for 5. Now there's 119 remaining on Guanren, 112 on Larix. Now he's out, and it's 476 remaining on Roya Mi. He's now struggling for dear life, surrounded now by 3 tanks and rammed.
Yeah, it's a VK22801,
Yeah, I understand.
It's a big skull tank, so you can rent him. But still a problem about focus fire. But I think the Singapore team, they have think more about the strategy side, because if when you see the Elong, they all go to the hilltop. You can capture, that's okay. But when you capture, you must know they cannot go back from middle.
Right.
Absolutely, they won't take a big circle to know. They know if they go too far away, they cannot reset on time. So they can stick other tanks on the middle railway and then just ready for the enemy coming. That's it. And one tank is just capture. That's it.
That is the law of Prokhorovka. Like that, if once you enter this map, you are entering an entirely different territory. You are entering the rush through the middle, not rush through the north. Yeah,
normally if the team go to the east part, in past matches, normally the team live on the inside, they're gonna win that one. But I think the Singapore team, they miss a great chance to win the Elong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you on that. And with the rush there, we actually saw the coalition actually backpedaling a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, but I just wonder why not the Elong just rush it, because the Elong got really nice on the focus fire,
Oh, wait a minute. Elong had 4 AMX 1390s though. Think about that. That's a lot of damage to deal with. Maybe they didn't want to, I don't know. Maybe they were trying to capitalize on sniping. Maybe?
Maybe they want to, waiting for reload, When they rush to middle, M13 not reload yet. So when they rush it, maybe they got a little chance to lose that one, maybe.
Basically, yeah. Okay, so guys, we're going to take things into about a 90-second commercial break, and then after that, we'll be back with game number 2. All right, guys, we are back with game number 2, and it looks like there's been a slight change to the tank loadout coming from...
Singapore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay,
They're going with 6862. But they have 3 RU-251s and 3 AMX-1390s.
Yeah, and the Chinese 5916.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, I remember you said the speed on that thing is pretty good, right?
It's a lighting. Everyone on here is really nice. But the fastest one is still the RU-251. M13. We use a lot of M13 before, and it should be a fast tank. But actually, it becomes the slowest one on the Tier A lighting right now.
Yeah. All right, and now spawning to the south on offense again. It's TCSG, aka the Coalition Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
We can see the tank selection right here. 3 RU-251s and 3 AMX-1390s, Chinese 5916. Then coming from ELONG, we've got 4 AMX-1390s, 2 RU-251s, and a VK-2801. That's a German tank, and I've had it before.
Yep.
I have.
You have that?
I had it before.
Oh, okay. It's a German light tank. With 105, it's really nice on firepower.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't have that one before.
Yeah, I think you have a VK.
I had the VK-3001.
Yeah, 3001.
Yeah. It was a Tier 5, Tier 6.
Tier 5.
Yeah.
Heavy tank, right?
Right. Nice 105mm cannon. If you use HE shells, it blows stuff up. But again, we see, well, both sides rushing to the middle, but it looks like maybe we've got ELONG with a counter strategy in mind to exploit. As right now, they can't see the replay on the stream if they're watching it on Twitch. Oh. Rushing to the west side, 50-50 split. That looks a little bit dangerous.
It's a sniping. The map is really okay for sniping. So
Lyrics is spotted, and if he's got Sixth Sense, he knows it. They're holding their fire right now.
Yeah, but they have the same strategy here. They use 15-16 for capture and the other for sniping.
All right. It looks like the Coalition, they're a little bit confused right now. They don't know what's going on. And I mean, if Lyrics had the sixth sense, he would know that he was spotted.
They know they are spotted, so they expect enemy on the west part because they didn't go on the east part. And they go through the east part, so they know there is no enemy. And they know enemy on the west part. It's not that hard to understand.
There it is. Shots in the capture circle. Amazingly, no reset until we see Raymond hop out of it. Oh my God, Lyrics was taken down with what? One volley there?
Oh no, it's not. I saw they got 2 or 3 shots.
Oh man. Lost Baby. Now, I mean, he's there, and so is his companion there, Baby 3334.
Yeah, but Baby rush in. He's alone there.
Yeah, it's not looking good. He's done a one shot already. The coordination here is absolutely absent for the Coalition. I don't know how else to say it, but it's just not there.
Every time whatever which team versus to ELONG, they really show up a really nice focus fire. Someone like your enemy will gonna be stuck there.
Right, so here we are. Lost Baby down to about 1 shot. Looks like Nightmare from ELONG is going to hop in there and silence him. Indeed, he will, taking him out of the game. Now, Lacus TCSG is struggling for dear life. Reflection gets pecked by 1 shot coming from the final RU-251. Crazy.
Normally on that scenario, if you have a really nice commander, he gonna order you. He gonna tell you which one to focus fire. So normally, if you don't have a really nice, not really nice, I mean, really experienced team leader, the team on the focus fire on the cooperate, you're gonna have some problem. If no one can tell you which one on which position to focus fire, I think the commander on the warfield, they have to know which one to kill first and give the right order. That's it.
Solid analysis all the way. I mean, like I felt like in this game the coordination was worse than it was in game number 1. Like, I mean, we saw Baby 33-34 go out there, and then he, effectively speaking, got silenced. The rest of the team didn't follow him to the center of the hill, that kind of thing. Or not the center, but the center of the map.
Yeah, he go there alone is a big problem, but I think they have to think about if they want to capture, Normally, do you remember the horseman on the step? they lose that one. They capture almost 100%. Already 100%, but
Yeah.
was reset up.
Yeah.
The problem is if you want to capture, okay, you have to make a volunteer and let your team to capture, But we saw the Singapore team. One is capture on the front, a lot of on the sniping side, right? If you want to pressure your enemy, you have to cover the capture. You have to force your enemy go to your frontier. That's it. But on that scenario, they didn't do that.
Well, that's this game in a nutshell, guys. Now we're going to switch things up a bit. We're going to put the Coalition Singapore on defense while we have ELONG on offense.
Yep. Maybe this time they cannot do something different. But if on the rush strategy, ELONG, we can see that if ELONG they trying to avoid rush to Coalition directly because they got one more autoloader. I think that's what you say. That's the weakness part of the lane. But on the other side, I think the Singapore team they have to think about another way, how to rush into the ELONG first. That's it.
The strategy has already changed up quite a bit from what we can see with the tank selection. They're going to 686 again, but I'm wondering if we're going to take things into a 90-second commercial break, and then we'll be back with game number 3, seeing the Coalition on defense and ELONG on offense. Don't go away, guys.
Okay.
All right, guys. Now we're back for the first game of defense for the the Coalition Singapore.
Coalition, yep.
The score right now is 2-0 in favor of ELONG, but I mean, they've shown us time and again that they've got the coordination, the firepower, the tactics, the thinking power, and the commanding skills to take this kind of game.
Yeah, they know how to play on this one, They know how to play on rush, I think that is a strong part for ELONG. If they rush in and you do not ready for that, they cannot win that one really easy, and they show up that again and again,
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about this entire set as it is right now. If we can see the Coalition Singapore take a single game off of ELONG, it'll be one for the record books. It'll be fun to watch. It'll be an upset to take even just one game, but it'll certainly be worth watching.
Yeah, I think they can. They have to trying to make it more closer, not only for the light tank strategy. If you can win on a light tank or rush strategy, maybe you can take more defensive. That's okay, I think. Because your enemy love to rush. If you can ready for that, and maybe you can get a score up for that.
Maybe. All right, so there it is. 3 AMX 1390s and 3 RU251s all over again. 59-16. There's no change to the composition coming from the Coalition Singapore, and ELONG seems like they've got something different every single game.
Yeah, they got two RU251 tomorrow. They take two M13 and exchange for RU251.
I
And
think
this time,
I can see why.
This time they cannot rush because they got less autoloader. So I believe if they can rush to their enemy, as soon as possible, they cannot win this one.
I believe it. I mean, we've got that 40-something second reload time in the AMX 1390, and that certainly makes sense in and of itself. Looks like we've already had 2 tanks spotted. 4 from ELONG have already been spotted, and I think that means their strategy has been figured out, at least for the time being. All right, so now we've got the coalition doubling back to their spawn. We've got an AMX 1390 accompanying. What else there? Is that a VK 2801?
Yep.
So now we've got, oh, there they go. They're going for the capture. Look, and they're on the other side of the tracks. They're like, okay, let's take possession of this. This is what I'm talking about when I say tactics and command. How do I say this? Commanding skills.
Yeah, they know how to play on this one. So, you know, if you capture, you force your enemy come out, and they got some sniper ready on the north part. But I think it's not that hard for the Singapore team because of the sniper on the north. They cannot attack enemy.
God.
First step.
Oh my God, there's the dive in. There's 4 tanks in the capture circle, and we already see Baby 3334 already taken down. Raymond now diving into that capture circle. He's getting super lit there, and he's already out. That's a 3-for-1 exchange right now. Roya Mia is now 1 shot, and his companion there in the background, Lost Baby, just fell as well. And now Lacus is going 1v2 in the back, and I don't think this can work out in his favor. He might get a kill, but came so close. Yeah. 1 tank. That's all that fell.
They know, okay, they know you have to come out, right? So that's why I say, it chooses 1 way for ready for shoot. But on this time, Singapore, they split to 2 parts, and they're trying to close the railway. But problem is your enemy all on 1 side and ready for you guys. So when you rush in, I think they don't have to rush into the capture circle directly. They can sit like the ELONG team. They just sit on the railway and sniping other guys, because of when you see you got some enemy on the north, you can just use 1 or 2 tanks to spark them and use sniper on the middle to shoot them. But it's not that easy. But I think it's gonna be better than you just rush in directly. Because ELONG team, they told the guys, tell us how to play on this one, how to capture and force your enemy come out. That's it.
I mean, it's there. It was like textbook hook, line, and sinker. We could see that ELONG didn't just have one how do I say this, tunnel vision to plan. Initially, we saw them rushing out to the west end of the map, didn't we? No?
On this map?
We saw them rushing up the center. Then, I feel like there was a big change in their plan.
They go to the middle directly, and they saw, okay, the Singapore team go to the west part, so they go to the right flank and capture.
They had the ambush ready.
And sit on railway and waiting for you come out, and they're gonna shoot you, sniping you. That's it.
Right. Obedience, teamwork, loyalty.
I think most apart from the commander. The commander know how to go, how to do this step by step directly, and your member really trust you and know how to do that. That's it. Give them a clear order, but they still need more training. I mean, if you train a lot, all your member gonna do, how to do that. And if you do not fully ready about that, I don't know how to call that, but
doom. Let's just put it that way. Impending doom.
Trying to call that, like sand.
Like sin?
Yeah, plate of sand.
A plate of sand.
Yeah, they are all spread out. Cannot do really consolidated sand.
All right. Well, we haven't got any prompt from the production crew just yet, but I think I'm just going to call the shots for them and say, well, we're going to take things into a quick 90-second commercial break. And then after that, we'll be back with the final game of this map. The question is, are we going to see TCSG pull out a victory? Let's find out later.
Okay.
Hi guys, we are back now, and this is going to be the final game on Prokhorovka.
Yeah, I think the Singapore team, they can think about more defensive strategy, because of lighting. What's up?
Well, I was just looking at the. Is that the?
Oh, it's a Panzer. It's a small
Right.
Panzer. It's somewhat like VK-2801, but the gun is different. They use much accuracy gun. The VK-2801 always used in the 105. It's somewhat different there.
How about the armor on those puppies?
The armor is I think might be the best one on the lighting.
All right.
It might be the best one on lighting. But they are lighting, so actually lighting never talking about armor. Because you are compare about the paper armor and the double paper armor.
Well, I asked because I wasn't looking at the minimap, and every single tank in this game is now a light tank. There's no getting around it. But we can see that TCSG is not giving up on their final round on map number 1. And they still have a shot to come back in this game as long as the enemy team is not at 5 points.
Yep.
Okay.
And this time, the ELONG, they trying to avoid rush to Singapore team.
What about that? A few of them are heading west right now. Just a few. Okay, they're getting around the tracks. That's it. And they've spotted the entire coalition team, but at the same time...
Yeah, I think Singapore team, they had to go to the town here because they got a lot of cover on this side, and they shoot the capture circle is quite easy. And your enemy, they are not covered.
Wait,
so,
what's ELONG doing right now?
Yeah, capture.
I see that, but I mean, like, a lot of their tanks are heading to the north, and I don't understand this decision.
They're gonna snipe it.
The sniping?
They're gonna snipe it. But I don't think that's right, because if you like mid shot tiger or something like team efficiency, they cannot use the town for cover and kill everyone on the capture circle. You got sniper right, you got cover here.
Their plan is working so far. I mean, the guys that are in the capture circle are getting super lit on ELONG, but the coalition, look at their HP at the top of the screen. It's all just draining. It's going dry.
Yeah.
2 tanks for 1 in this exchange has been the best that Coalition has been able to muster out this entire set. 139 remaining now on Baby, 33-34 hit out of the game. 440 remaining on Lyrax, 707 on Raymond, 438 on Roya Mia, 211 left on Lyrax, and ELONG actually loses 3 tanks in this exchange. 4 versus 4 it was, now it's 3 versus 4 in favor of ELONG.
Yep.
211 on Lyrax, 154 now on Raymond. And the exchange of fire, the coordination of fire is not looking that much better. Black, I think, is on the reload, and he's going to just dive in here. But Lost Baby is going to have another word with him doing that. He's just going straight for Lyrax. He gets him. And he's going to get Raymond. Raymond is aware.
Oh.
And he's still gone and out of the game. Black is getting away with a killing spree.
Yeah. I think the scope pencil shouldn't use a 105. 105 for this range for to the enemy.
Well, I mean, this has been the best game that the Coalition has had yet versus ELONG, but I mean, ELONG has shown from start to finish they've got plans, they've got tricks.
Yeah, I think they got a right way. I mean, Singapore team, this time they know how to attack right now. But to remember I am talking about T-32 on the Prokhorovka last time. Maybe, whatever.
T-32 and Prokhorovka, right. Charlotte Tiger, right?
Charlotte Tiger versus the Horseman, a T-32 here, we got a sniper on the north.
Right.
How to avoid that? You can, try to, hide to avoid the sniping by the T-32. That's your enemy, but he can cover you, come closer and try to shoot his front and, use his body as cover. That's it. On this map, how do you reset a capture and without sniping? Go to a town, there's a sniper, so you take a cover from the house and trying to shoot the enemy on the capture circle. So you only got a one-side fire from the capture circle. But on the Singapore team, they didn't try to avoid the sniping.
Some
I don't know
thought to
why
give
they
it to
didn't
it.
try to avoid that. So if they want to reset a capture, first take a cover from the house, and second shoot an enemy on the capture only. Don't focus on too many ways.
Did they do that though? I think they were focused on what's in the capture circle. But
Yeah, they worked on the capture circle, but they didn't take a cover from the sniping side. So they got two-sided fighter.
Right.
Yep. So, but if they can take cover there, the house is there. Why not use that?
But you remember Black, right? He was at the eastern side of that village.
Yeah, but
and he was,
only one.
Yeah, but he was ready to go in there and smoke them out if he had to, just scare them out of position, if that makes sense.
Yeah, possible, but you know,
Maybe.
there is a bush there, so maybe he can come up and shoot and go back. But most problem is still from the north part. You got a 3 sniper there, and the main problem for Singapore team, they didn't take really nice cover to cover the sniping. They can, you know, they got a 6 tank, you got 7 tank there, but another problem is 105, I think. Let's go pencil.
Oh, right.
105 is not accurate. I saw they miss a lot on that one.
That's true. That is true. I mean, there's a long reload time on that.
Yeah.
And it can be painful to deal with.
Yeah, the
10
problem
seconds.
is accuracy, I think.
That too.
Yeah, so
and
maybe you should, you know, cover medicine and, you know.
And the shots move so slow.
Yeah,
right?
it's slow, but you know, for that distance, only the 100, no more than 200 meters, I think. It's not that hard to hit, but 105 is really on accuracy.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so we're going to take things into about a 90-second commercial break, and then we'll be back with round number 1 on map 2, which is going to be steps. Okay, guys, we are back now with round number 1 of map 2, and the score is 4-0 in favor of Team ELONG.
Yeah, and they choose, you can see that T32, T29, T69.
That's a heavy team.
Yeah, and they are, you know, everyone got really nice gun depression, really nice turret. So that means the ELONG team, they're gonna camping. They're gonna camping on the base.
And they're on defense, right?
Yep. They're gonna camp it on the base and waiting for you come in. And then, you know, they already got 4 points.
What's up?
It's assault him.
All right, guys. So Edison was just saying at the loading screen that I mean, ELONG already knows that they've got 4 points, so they're gonna play this out as carefully as possible. Now, spawning to the south, of course, we do have ELONG. They are on offense here in round number 1.
Yeah, I saw the ELONG again in the defense side, so they choose defensive tank, but they are on the assault team.
Yeah, they've got some kind of a plan that I think revolves around pushing. Oh, wait a minute. You know what we've seen them do before? Is this guy DC'd? Is Baby in game? He's moving his turret.
No, not DC, not DC.
Okay.
Because of ELONG, they choose, every tank, almost every tank can show up later on. I saw they are on the defensive team, so this time they're gonna push directly, I think. They're gonna use a heavy tank push their strategy.
All right, so okay. I mean, I just want to say, I think like maybe what their plan is to do is to get the T-29s and the T-32 into the capture circle and then put in some light tanks behind them to get the capture. Does that make sense? They tried doing this before versus Charlotte Tiger.
I think they're gonna use the ridge here. Yeah, it's really nice for T-32 and the T-29, and then push it forward slowly, on the east part.
It's a brilliant move, and it's going to work, too.
Yeah, they're going to go through here. And
I mean,
this is another range, so this is really nice for the T-32, for T-29, and for the T-69.
And the Coalition, I mean, they've got ultralight tanks right now, isn't that right?
Yep.
Oh, man, that means, like, the heaviest turret they've got, what do they have this game around for their tank setup?
I think they got T-32. They also got a heavy tank, but less than the ELONG team. So if the ELONG team can push forward on this ridge, they're gonna win this one.
Reflection is now in the capture circle, and that is the T-32. Accompanying him are 2 T-29s. I look at the turrets of those every single day. I shoot at them with a 90mm cannon, and I still fail to penetrate.
Yeah.
This is not looking good for the Coalition right now. Well, ELONG's pressing forward. But Reflection is down at 318 HP, 894 on Black CN.
Yeah, okay, nice fire.
We don't see the flanks coming in here, and the Coalition goes up 1 tank all of a sudden. ELONG is now on the back foot with their HP.
Yeah. This Singapore team, they got a couple Persian. The Persian is really nice, but they don't start into flank it if the Singapore team can keep the advantage here.
Systematic execution coming through right now.
Yeah.
Black diving in there. Lacus doing what he can to reduce the efficiency of that T-69. But nonetheless, he falls. It has been a 1-for-2 exchange thus far. Guanren now coming in here and trying to take Grey Zip out of the game, but the turret depression on the AMX 1390 is very painful to deal with. Larix now down to 1 shot. Nightmare coming in to finish him off in that T-69. And 3 versus 3 is the order of the day. Guanren, is he stuck on the reload? He is. He's stuck on the reload, and GRB is now coming in to rotate out with him, if I'm not mistaken. He's trying to get that aim. Lost Baby, TCSG. If I'm not mistaken, he's in that German tank we saw last game.
He ran the mid tank.
And that is not good. He lost half of his HP there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
just from the ram? Now he's gone. Oh, man. 2 versus 3 scenario. Roy and Mia now 1 shot. 7 HP remaining on Roya. All right, so the Coalition can win this if they can get both their tanks out of, how do I say this, shootability range. If they can just hide until the clock hits 0-0. But I mean, with an AMX 1390 out there, I don't think that's very likely to happen. Roy Mia is now being chased as he is the target of GRB's affection.
Yep.
All right. So here it is. Boom, turns the corner and lit. Raymond still alive for the time being, though. He's going to return fire while running away, I imagine. Yeah, he doesn't dodge that last one from Nightmare, but he's down in a rivet, which means he might be pretty okay. He might be safe.
Yeah, but they're going to capture.
Yeah.
That's the one. I mean, the ELONG team, but, in the beginning, you see the ELONG, they got so heavy setup.
It takes 33 seconds,
they're gonna push directly, you expect your enemy gonna push directly. You should set up sniper here, on this side. So on the beginning, on the first contact, you gonna take a little bit advantage, to take sniping them as many as possible and take a little bit advantage about that.
All right, well, Raymond's got 20 seconds to make that reset happen. He gets in a position, and he gets lit up just as he gets there. Just wasn't enough, unfortunately.
Yep. Okay.
5-0. If I'm not mistaken.
Yep. No, maybe it's not too surprising, but I think the Singapore team, they need to work out more about that, because of when you see your enemy use such a heavy setup, that means they're gonna push directly. You have to be ready for that. That's it. Yeah.
They were. They got the first blood in this game. They took out the first tank on ELONG. It just seemed like the coordination for the coalition Singapore is the one thing that's a little bit missing.
Yep. And you see after that, you see the tank already here, and you see someone is flanking. That means that's the best chance for you guys to kill someone on capture circle first, because if you rush in, their friend is still on the east part. So they are taking maybe 5-10 seconds and to rescue their teammate. That's your chance to win that one, but I think the Singapore team didn't get that. They still playing like peekaboo and wait him for flanking, and everything's over. Sometimes I feel flanking is really risky for a top team, but if you saw your enemy flanking, that's the best chance to push one way. That means they are split, so you got a chance to kill the rest one.
All right. Well, that's this game in a nutshell. I mean, it was kind of 5-0, something we kind of expected, but at the same time, I was hoping that we'd see the coalition take at least one game off of ELONG. Would have been exciting.
Yeah, I think the Singapore team, they got really unique performance about they love to rush, but before you become the old immortal team, you need a lot of practice.
Definitely.
You need to. I think you never see that on the WCG. I saw the immortal team. The team on that moment, the commander is unreal. When every time he commanded, is shouting so loudly.
Because he loves the game.
Yeah, because
that's passion.
If you are on the rush team, you have to focus on a really special target. You have to force everyone to shoot the target, and you cannot win on the rush. Focus fire is the key, but if your commander cannot choose the best target to kill, your team cannot play a really nice on the rush strategy.
And I mean, that's the one thing that makes this game so unique in comparison to others. But let's see who's going to take it between our next set, which I think is going to be a lot closer. It might even make it to the tiebreaker game. It's going to be Front Mission versus PvP Super Friends, guys. We'll be back in about 8 minutes. Don't go away.